¿Cómo está, Pedro? Hi, everybody on Zoom. Good to see everybody. Yeah, I'm about to go in a few minutes. You know, rehearsals. uh, Lectures. What do I think of them? They can be educational. Ah, bring a basket and take what you can from it, and hopefully by the end your basket is nice and full. I have sat in on many lectures. I've listened to many lectures. I've found a lot of the Bible is quoted in most lectures. You know, whether the teacher is doing that purposefully or if it's just because we are human and eventually we do think what other people think. But I have noticed that Proverbs is quoted a lot, and Proverbs was written by King David, who was said to be very close to God. Ecclesiastes, which is King Solomon's son. King David's son, Solomon. King Solomon. And the bloodline from David runs to Jesus himself. So a lot of the lectures I have heard quote a lot from these two books, which the Bible when translated means the book. Paul from the Bible is mentioned a lot. You know, because he talks about humbling his body and leading it captive and you know, doing what he doesn't want to do and wants to do the things that he should be doing and how hard it is. You know, things that we relate to as a human being. Being human in flesh, we relate to these things. So, why I bring that up is because you can read those yourself, and I'm sure just from those two books, most these lectures, you will get a lot of information. And why that is because King David is writing these chapters of Proverbs to his son to explain to him on how to be a good person, how to live his life happily, and then of course King Solomon then writes about which is almost like poetry in Ecclesiastes, and he talks about how everything is futile and there's nothing new under the sun, and you know, things relatable. So you know, reading those two books could give you a bigger perspective on why lectures use some of these things. You know, and most people feel like it's something new that they didn't know, and they're like, oh my god, no, it's, you know, pick up a Bible and you could read it yourself, and, you know, it's that's what it is. It's when we don't know something or haven't found it yet, I should say, you know, we're so quick to say, oh, I'm subscribing to them because I didn't know that, and oh my goodness, and it's, you know, that's good, you know, but just be sure that It's not because you feel like you couldn't have come up with your own opinion or answer to to something specific, you know, or just going with it because somebody else is going with it. Research, you know, I mean, these lecturers put a lot of work and research into their talks, and you know, that's why they're good. That's why they can get you to have that you know, that aha moment. And you know, it's like that saying where the guy's like, oh my goodness, he could sell ice to an Eskimo. Well, they're saying that because the person obviously can talk and he knows how to give something to somebody that they already have. So in other words, these things are here, you know, just put in the work to figure it out. I know a lot of people don't have time today. You know, most people today are working like 3 jobs and listening, you know, as I do. I'm constantly with my headphones and listening to hours and hours of different people and trying to educate myself as well. But again, you bring in the basket and you take what you can from that. And then when you hear something, always make sure to research it to be sure that it's true. Just because it's tickling your ear, which that's something that was also quoted in the Bible, tickling of the ear. Just because it tickles your ear does not mean that you hold on to it. You look it up and you say, okay, well, is this true? You know, did this really happen? You know, where did that person get that information? Because guess what? You'll find more stuff. It's like, you know, they're throwing you little crumbs, but get the feast, you know? Find out what it is that they found out. Because I'm sure it's like, we'll go back to the Bible. When you read a scripture, just because you read the scripture and understood it, read the verse above it and read the verse below it, maybe even a couple of verses above it and a couple of verses below it, so you can get the broader sense of what it is you're reading. So with everything, that should be something that we do. So yeah, they're very educational and helpful, as long as you take what it is that you need from what it is you're seeking to get more information on. And when you have those aha moments, do the research, find out where they got that information. You know, because you always want to make sure. You don't want to be swayed or, you know, have somebody else's thought in your mind. Because you have your own thoughts. You have a brain. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Alright, Petra. And good to see you guys. I'll let you know the day of the big showing. And I don't want to see you on Zoom either. I want to see you in person. There. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.